Thriller, baby. Thriller, baby. Thriller, baby. Thriller, baby. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So, what you think about like compromising when you a co-parent? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of different situations, and it's like a lot of different opinions when you know what I'm saying between two individuals. You know what I'm saying when it comes to raising kids. So, what do you feel like? You know what I'm saying the best way to come to a certain agreement on when you raising kids and y'all co-parenting?
Damn, I mean, a lot of it depends on how much you got in common with your significant other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously y'all gonna agree on some things, but I mean, just the simple fact that you're dealing with a man and a woman, you're
Yeah.
gonna have a difference in some opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where as a man, when you grow up as a boy, your certain attractions that you had to females are some of the same exact traits that you don't want your daughter to grow up having. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Uh,
Right.
so uh, it's gonna be kind of hard because you got the woman and then when you hear the females talk about why they was acting those certain ways or doing those certain things, some of them have personal uh, reasons as to why they was doing it. It wasn't even for the attraction, so they say. But how
Right.
true it is, we'll never know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of them say it was for themselves. It was, things that they wanted to, certain ways that they wanted to feel. They wanted to feel sexy. They wanted to, you know what I'm saying? All these things, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They might feel like it's okay for their daughter to do those things. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you might be like,
But
oh man, they make her look like a slut. You know what I'm saying? They make her, you know what I'm saying? We don't want her growing up like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be some head buttons. So when it comes to compromising, it's it's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's gonna take a lot of acceptance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of allowing your or being willing or trusting your child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it be a boy or a girl. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the same things apply to the man or the boy in that situation as it does the girl.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? The
Right.
mother might not want certain things for the boy. For him to have so many girls and be dealing with girls a certain way and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So and that's just a more general example. You know,
Right.
people relate better to relationships. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the opposite sex. So uh, when it comes to compromising, man, I would say that it takes a lot of communication,
Yeah.
a lot of honesty, a lot of
Yeah.
straightforwardness, things that you need in a relationship anyway. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But even more so when you got kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's a lot of different scenarios like that, whether a couple is together or whether they separated and got kids or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, multiple baby daddies, baby mamas, and all that kind of stuff too. So,
Well, me personally, I look at it like you know what I'm saying, because I always revert back to like my cousin used to tell me all the time, like uh, always be mindful who you have your kids by, because once you have your kids, they here forever. You know what I'm saying, pretty much. So the thing about it is like when two people separate or whatever, and y'all got two different mind frames, it's like that can be damaging to a child too. Because you know what I'm saying, most men should have the right mindset because they see the evil that men do. You know what I'm saying? We vultures out here at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different things and scenarios that happen to kids or whatever. So I think from a distance, it's going to be hard to protect his child and, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So if he having these discussions with the mother and she feel different, I feel like it's going to cause friction. So that friction going to start, the child going to start paying attention to that friction and need to side with the mother or the father. 9 times out of 10 is siding with the person who ever in favor of whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to pick on women, but women more easy going. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and then like you were saying, you got situations out here where a mother might experience certain things, woo woo, or she get to an age and she feel like it's okay for her daughter to do certain things because this the thing that's in style now, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And uh, for instance, you might have a situation where like I might not approve of my child going to parties at whatever 13, 14 years old or whatever, and I done seen situations where women felt like that was okay, and I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what I'm saying, if a woman level headed, you could the compromising could be good. It could be a great thing. But if she ain't level headed, or the male, you know what I'm saying, for that instance, because you might have a woman that's level headed and the male not level headed. But usually when the male not level headed, he's somewhere else in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Usually the kid's stuck at home with the mama. So at the end of the day, if she ain't level headed enough to understand that they got certain things that can destroy kids' lives out here, because at the end of the day, the child can say, I'm going here. See what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been that. I'm going over here and then I'm over here too though. I ain't told you about over here though. I'm only over here. See what I'm saying? But I get over here and they getting wild and reckless. You know what I'm saying? And then certain things happen or whatever. You know, you could pop up pregnant. You see what I'm saying? That's another thing. You could pop up pregnant. Now all that responsibility on the parents. You see what I'm saying? When it couldn't have been avoided if we just let our child be a child. You know, I don't know what this age, you know, when did it come into effect where they start feeling like that, you know, kids need to be more than children. For some odd reason, today's age, they started to let kids make decisions and you know, I tell people this, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I'm all for supporting your kids as long as they doing the right thing. But that support your kid and whatever, no. Totally against that. I don't support my kid in whatever they do. I'm never going to support my kid in whatever they do. I'm only going to support you in what I feel like is right. You see what I'm saying? Some people feel like it's okay for their kid to do anything. As long as my kid want to do it, I'm going to support it. What if my kid wanted to rob people? Would you support that? You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that we got out here. We starting to try to make the kids be growner faster than what they is, but they don't let them buy alcohol at 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? They don't let them enter the military. You feel me? They can't join the police force. So why we letting them make decisions? You see what I'm saying?
That's going. Yeah, these are life changing decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Real talk.
And that's, you know, a lot of people try and belittle these decisions that they feel like are smaller decisions. It's just,
Right.
oh, it's just for the day. They just go, oh, it's just one party. They don't party that much. That one party could change your child's life. You know what I'm saying? I know a dude that didn't even party like that. You know what I'm saying? And we went to a party. I don't know if it's OG or not.
Right.
He went to this party, you know what I'm saying, almost lost his life. Not even like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wanted to go to the party. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He kind of was, you know, wanting to be around that certain crowd, and you know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah.
you know,
Out there with the gangsters, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like that. So it's, you know, all of these decisions as to, you know, what your child when they go outside, especially that nowadays, especially that. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's crazy because, and then, you know, and it's not a, you know, people always trying, they always, you know, people are very defensive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you speak on certain things that they might be experiencing and you don't agree with the way that they addressing the issue. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you just looking at it differently. You know what I'm saying? You just see it differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not so much as the kind of criticism that's you know, we criticizing you to hurt you or put you down or, you know what I'm saying, look down on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's more so maybe you need to consider these things that we saying. You know what I'm saying? Because what we saying ain't new. You know what I'm saying? It's always been here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got the R. Kelly situation just happened. So, I mean, what is we, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't even talking about girls that was probably dressing like the girls nowadays dress. You know what I'm saying? The girls nowadays literally got their cheeks hanging out. I mean, what are we really talking? It ain't even no this. Look, think about it. When we was younger, guys, bro, if we'd have seen the female walking down the street like that, come on now. Well, you know, hey, look, I'm gonna give it my best effort. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it my best effort because for real, I feel like you ready to go right now.
Oh yeah,
you ready to go right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try my hardest. Yeah, I'll fuck around, be willing to buy a bottle on the spot and everything. Change all my little plans, calling folks, canceling and all types. Hey, look, no, something came up, man. I got something to do. You feel what I'm saying? On the real.
I guess.
But look, we gonna stop acting like R. Kelly was the first man to do all this kind of stuff. if he did it. These allegations, they, prove what they
Well,
say in court and all that type of shit. But older men talking to younger girls, they ain't gonna act like that's new. So your young girl, your young daughter, going out here wearing these clothes, these pedophiles and all these type of people, whatever you want to call them, molesters, all that. The older guys that love talking to these young girls, they still out here, and now they 10 times worse because the young girls dressing 10 times more provocative. You know what I'm saying? So they're attracting them even more. You know what I'm saying? So this is something to keep in mind. First of all, as a man, because you know what I'm saying? You know how you look at women. You know how you looked at women growing up. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you need to consider. And when you parenting, these are things that you need to talk to your child about. I got 2 girls. I got 2 babies. Don't listen. Well, when I say I'm gonna give it to them in the raw, raw dog. I'm not for what? What I'm
real talk. You got to.
Why I'm your daddy. I'm supposed to be the one to prepare you. You know what I'm saying? To the best of my ability for being out here in the world on your own. Why would I lie to you and then you go out there and find out the truth the hard way?
Yeah, and I when I say I hate people that do that, you so right, bro. But there's so many other people that do that shit right there, bro. Lie for what odd reason? I have no clue. Cause like the world is a joke. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, me personally, I feel like this, man. I feel like kids need to be kids. You know what I'm saying? As long as they can be kids. Once you get grown, it's a totally different world. You know what I'm saying? It's better to have this. I ain't trying to force you or none of that to get grown. And that. I know you want to be that. The moment you get grown, you're going to want to go back to that. So at the end of the day, it's like be that long as you can. And I think certain parents trying to be their kids' friend instead of this what it is. And hey, respect it that way. It is what it is. At least I didn't lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be your best friend. No, I'm not. I am your father. That's it. Don't confuse me with your buddies in the street or none of that. They gonna lie to you and snake you around. I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna play you. You know what I'm saying? I love you so much. I give my life for you. So at the end of the day, they ain't gonna love you that much. I'm not your friend. I'm your father. You see what I'm saying? And I'm trying to guide you in the right direction, like you said. Dudes we see the evil that men do. Like I say, bro. At the end of the day, dudes is messed up for real. In the mind, the way they think, just like you were just talking about with the whatever. And I ain't trying to just judge, you know what I'm saying, nobody or whatever, because at a certain point, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about realistically, the parent or the grandparents, I could say, if nothing else, the great grandparents and them right there, they all was the child 15, man, 22, 23, whatever it was. It's that situation throughout probably the history of it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to judge nobody for fighting against whatever they fighting against. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I have a zero tolerance for it. And it ain't because and I mean, it's literally like if one 21 and I'm 30, I still don't, mentally, we ain't connected. We can't connect mentally. And I'm not saying never because, you know what I'm saying, minds can grow rapidly or, you know what I'm saying, at a short pace. This the thing about it. I'm talking about billing and you talking about the club next week. That's 2 different mindsets. You know what I'm saying? The J's don't mean nothing to me no more. So at the end of the day, who doing what, who sleeping with who doing this, who got this, I don't care about none of that. I don't care what nobody have going on. I got one mission, and that's get to the top. You feel what I'm saying? And a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, she too young to even be thinking like that. She excited. Everything new to her. She just started being able to club. You know what I'm saying? She ain't even start basically being a hoe or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? At least get that out the way first, and then we can have these conversations. But at the end of the day, you got a lot of men that used to do that, and even in the industry, you could say Jay-Z and them, like you talking about R. Kelly. Same thing with Jay-Z and Dame Dash and all them. They was much older than her. Jay-Z and R. Kelly ain't that far apart in age. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it was just happening, and I could go around to the neighborhood too, all at the same. You know what I'm saying? I could think back to niggas I was in high school. Man, I remember dude. Yeah, it was like that. So dudes just used to do this. Not that they all predators or nothing like that or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? And back in our days, it was frowned upon, right? Like I said, the grandparents' age, it was okay. Now they went back to being okay. Only problem with now is they feel like the kids should make the decisions. And I'm like, no, that ain't up to the kid because when that child get here, I'm going to have to make the decisions. See, she get pregnant, now it's on me. See what I'm saying? So now I need to make these decisions. As long as she under my roof and under me, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one taking care. She need to be listening to me, not what the laws say or whatever. Everybody knows crooked laws and good laws, so that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, until somebody else ready to take care of these grandkids, then she need to be listening to me. Straight up. And if me and the mama ain't getting along or whatever, she might disagree or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And because this is ongoing situation of where I don't feel like all dudes be bad, but you could drive a dude to being bad by situations like that where, you know, he might feel like, hey, I don't want my daughter out at, what's her name, 12, 1 o'clock at night, woo, 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 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't want my daughter out there, and she feel like that's okay. It's only so much the man gonna deal with before he say, you know what, y'all go ahead. I have no control, no way. I've seen it I seen it with family. I done seen it with different partners. It's like, and I feel bad for them because it's like certain women when y'all split up and they had a child, even if you on child support, they mind go back to this my child. I run this show because this my child. And that's going to cause friction with a man because he's trying to guide his, whatever, son or daughter in the right direction, and the mama completely not trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? She more into what Sexy Red talking about. Yeah, this and that. You know what I'm saying? And he trying over here trying to guide her so she can go be whatever, doctor, lawyer, nurse, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because no man picture his daughter being a slut or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean to bash women enough, but no man gonna picture this. He already know what him and his homeboy sat around and talked about the next chick. Hey man, you remember old girl? Yeah, man, she ooh wee woo. He gonna picture that same thing these niggas saying to his daughter, and he's not gonna want that. So he want his daughter to go off and be productive, man, be successful in life. You see what I'm saying? And if he see her going down and down the wrong road, or his son going down the wrong road, immediately it's time to put them in check because the son going to prison 9 times out of 10. See what I'm saying? He grew up with no direction, and it's like, go do whatever you want to go do, because I'm your partner. I ain't trying to be your parent, your partner. And then 18, now he don't want to hear nothing you talking about either. You say something foul, especially if you the mother, because he already looking like you the softer vessel, so at the end of the day, you say something crazy, he might tell you, leave me alone before I go in your, you know what I'm saying? You weren't strong-willed enough to check him when he was a child. I know you ain't going to check him when he grown. You see what I'm saying? So these situations can drive, like I said, can make people that's going through it, it can make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, just fuck it all. And you never want to say this because you do have kids, but how much do you watch your child suffer and can't do nothing about it? Because the law say it got to go this way. See what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, because it's one thing when they tell you you're free, but another thing when they controlling everything you doing. You ain't free. We said you got to pay your baby mama this amount of money a month. You see what I'm saying? If you don't pay this amount of money, call back and then we'll come get them and lock them up. That's not freedom. You see what I'm saying? But
no, man, and I mean that's where that's why I always I frown upon the day that they brought the law into the household. You know what I'm saying? Or into the relationship, I should say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And anyway, I understand that we had a lot of men, kind of running out on their families or, not supporting their families, and so they needed the help or whatever like that. But you got a lot of guys out here that's not the case for, but they putting that in every household. You know what I'm saying? They convincing the woman to get on public aid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got a lot of people that's living off of it, so it's kind of empowered women in a way where they feel like I don't need you. And I don't,
right.
The little bread that you contribute, and I can get that from the government. You know what I'm saying? So it makes them more, or makes them feel like you're more expendable. You know what I'm saying? And really, that's impossible. If you got a child by somebody, that man love that child and is responsible for that child in a way that ain't nobody gonna feel, you know what I'm saying, that come into your life. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never gonna feel the same love, and they ain't gonna never feel the same the same sense of responsibility towards that child. So
exactly.
You're not gonna be able to pour themselves into that child. They're gonna look out for themselves before they look out for you or that child. For real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if y'all younger. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I don't feel like, I mean, I for a while I did feel like, it was, and in a lot of cases it is the parent trying to be, a friend to the child in
Right.
a lot of cases. But sometimes you got those parents who try and put themselves in their child's shoes. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
say, oh, you know what? When I was that age, I wanted to do that too. I see what they want. I understand why he he want them shoes. You know what I'm saying? He want that outfit, or she want them kind of clothes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I know she trying to fit in with that kind of group, or she
Right.
want that kind of attention. So, I wanted that too, so I want that for her. It's just a phase. You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of growing up. And then it's this thing of let kids be kids. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of, it's a lot of gray area in that, because it's like, how irresponsible are you going to allow your child to be, and then give that excuse of, oh, that's just kids being kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a sense of I mean, it's more so the parents condoning it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to look like they supporting it, but they don't do nothing about it. So, like, to speak back to if your kid going out here and robbing folks or hustling, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs and all that, you gonna say, okay, I'm supporting them, I'm behind them. Well, you got a lot of parents that they kind of try and, use that loophole of, oh, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? He was leaving out of here. I didn't know what he was doing. Or, I fuss at him all the time and tell him to stop. You don't turn down that money he be giving you, though. You know what I'm saying? You turn around and get to asking him for that. You know where that money came from. You know he ain't working on 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? But you accepting that bread and y'all kick it every time you need some bread, or, you know what I'm saying? You on good terms with him every time you need some. And the other time you fussing at him about what he doing. Nah, that ain't how it go. You know what I'm saying? Now he see you lacking principle. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't, I know what this is. All I got to do is throw her a couple of dollars and we'll be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of parents out here condoning that activity. You know what I'm saying? And trying to deflect the guilt. You know what I'm saying? Or the responsibility that they have to their child to, you know what I'm saying? Not kind of support in that way, and you know what I'm saying? You got to cut them off. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, ain't nobody telling you to beat on your child. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop no 16, 17, 18-year-old person that's living with you from doing what they want to do when they leave out your door. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to do what they want to do regardless. But you can stop them from coming through that door. You know what I'm saying? You can tell them, hey, look, man, you ain't coming back in here doing that. I told you already. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell you, man, I ain't finna keep repeating myself, man. You got enough money, you out here making money, man. You going out there and do it yourself, then, man. Don't come back here. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it, especially if you got other kids, and you know what I'm saying? Because they gonna look at him and be like, well, he could do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could do it too. Or I ain't really trying to do that. I got something else in the cooking. You know what I'm saying? I got some homies that's out here scamming. So I can go on, get up with them and check me a couple dollars and come lay my head right back over here. You know what I'm saying? For you know it, you got a household full of criminals. For real, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to get locked up or hit that dead end, or get to doing some type of drugs out here, or you know what I'm saying? Just getting involved in the streets in ways that, you never imagined, Joe. But, you know what I'm saying? Slowly but surely. And then, it's the idea of the kids slowly slipping away. You know what I'm saying? Parents don't see it coming. But they giving them all the tools that they need for their child to start being pulled in that opposite direction. Where you want your child to be successful and go to school and do their work and, you know what I'm saying, all of this kind of stuff, or however you trying, or whatever plans you have for your child. You know what I'm saying? You out here giving them all the things that they need to be the opposite. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even really see it. You see it as, oh, well, no, they want the latest shoes because that's what he want to be cool. You know what I'm saying? He want to be clean. He want to be looked at in a respectable way, and all of they can't want the respect of the other kids and the other people in the community. So I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And before you know it, that's all he want. That's
Yeah.
all he want. He don't want to. He don't want to have to work for it. He don't want to have to work for it. That's too much. You want him to
Yeah.
go work a 9 to 5, punch in the clock, and I do all that. No, you was giving it to me. So now I want it quick. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Now I want to just be able to go press some buttons or stand around somewhere, kick it with my homies, get high, get drunk, and still get them shoes that I need in that outfit. You know what I'm saying? Go give me a little car now. I got my
Yeah.
license. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got a lot of parents out here buying them cars. You know
Yeah.
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
cause
All that. So it's a lot of it's a lot that goes into raising a kid. Everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that
mhm.
goes into raising kids, and especially nowadays that they got the world in the palm of their hand. You know what I'm saying? And everything that they seeing on these, on
Um,
these videos. You know what I'm saying? They scrolling all day. You know what I'm saying? Watching these videos, and they are greatly influenced by what they see. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's to a lot of parents, it's keeping the kid busy. It's keeping them quiet, out of their way. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And a lot of parents nowadays are young, bro. They get younger. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And they growing up with their kids, and it's showing. It's showing because, like you said, it's a lot of parents out here who are more friends with their child than they are a parent. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to their child, and that's hurting them, whether they
Yeah.
know it or not. It's hurting them because
It's hurting
your
them.
parent,
Hey.
your child need guidance. He don't need no more friends. She don't need
Exactly.
no more friends. They got plenty of friends outside waiting. And I
I'm trying to tell
promise you,
you.
I
Yeah.
promise you, they don't need no friend that's gonna do everything for them. You know what I'm saying? Because you giving them the wrong idea. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
this ain't the type of friend. You ain't gonna never find a friend like this. Not in the world. Not
Right.
in the real world. You know what I'm saying? And then when I'm gone, what have I really prepared you for?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What have I really given you to be able to survive on your own? That's your job as a parent. Period. Whether anybody out here,
Yeah.
you know it or not, if you ain't pouring into your kids, if you're not investing in your kids and
Mhm.
giving them the knowledge and the tools that they need to survive out here in this world, then
Exactly.
you failing your kids. I'm sorry.
You failing them, bro. Real talk. And it's a lot of people. It's sad because a lot of people out here they really feel like they can argue against certain things because it ain't no instructions on raising kids. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like if you've been out here and you didn't struggle for years or however you didn't struggle for a long time in life, you understand that it's no joke. Like you can't even take no you know what I'm saying, you can't take this as no joke. It's very serious. So at the end of the day, you're gonna start to raise your kids like it's very serious out here. You see what I'm saying? But most people, like you said, when you talk about the materialistic shit, like we was like, and me too. I was in it too because at the end of the day, I come up in that era where we was kind of forced to love the new shoes. You know what I'm saying? Especially Jordans. Like I just seen people go fucking ballistic over Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember them breaking in stores. I got a partner got robbed for some Jordans one time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like Jordan was so big at one point. And at the end, it probably still is that big, but he became part of us, like the culture type thing. And it's like people feel like, and to this day, I see people like my age and older feel like I got to go get the J's. I got to go get the J's. So if you got people that's 40 something saying this, at the end of the day, they had kids too. 9 times out of 10, some of them got grandkids. See what I'm saying? They raised their kids the same way. So now these kids then got older, and then they didn't start raising kids to love material things too. Like when you talking about a kid's life, man, discipline I feel like is the beginning of everything you trying to do is discipline first. And if you can't discipline yourself, you already done failed. You see what I'm saying? And most parents don't even want to and I don't mean discipline as in whooping somebody at woo. I don't mean that. I mean discipline in the mind. You know what I'm saying? Able to understand that life work a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You get out here and get wild, you're only gonna mess yourself up. Especially if you have some kids. At the end of the day, kids easy to make. They hard to take care of. You can look at life like that. Most of the time, it's harder first. If you gonna work and struggle, stack, invest, and whatever, and then after you finally hit, then it becomes easier. or you can let it be easier throughout life. And guess what? Once you get to a certain age, you ain't even able to work no more, and then you just struggle the rest of it. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But life is hard. And people out here that ain't trying to teach their kids this, you lost, bro. You out here wanting, like you said, friends. None of that means nothing, bro. None like little insight on friends, real talk, cuz, been there, done that. Anybody know that ever been through situations with so-called friends, they understand too. The people you hanging with at 20 ain't gonna be the same people you hanging with at 30. It just don't work that way. See what I'm saying? A lot of them gonna get X'd out, either cross you out, play you, steal something from you, anything, whatever, and they're gonna show their character, and you're not gonna be dealing with these people no more. My granddad told me a long time ago, bro, you would be lucky if you run into one friend throughout life. Less known, two. One. Just one friend. And the older I get, the more I realize what he was really telling me. No matter who you run into, because all these people got hidden agendas. You see what I'm saying? Especially you in your 20s. Like, you might run into one solid person, cuz, and you going to know they solid. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, people have to show who they is over some period of time. You got to eventually go back to who you is on the inside. Now, you can hide from me long as we in different households and don't kick it that much, or you in a different state or something like that. But if we kicking it on the regular, I'm eventually find out who you is. You know what I'm saying? It's up to me to start believing you. So, to the people that think, oh, I got my friend, you think these people not your friends.